Hi everyone, we are live now on YouTube and Instagram. Welcome to this free mindfulness class, our fifth mindfulness class today about mindfulness in daily life. So today we are going to have a very practical, information-packed live class. I'm going to teach you 8 easy strategies to start implementing mindfulness into your daily life right now. And for those of you who are on Instagram, can come join me on YouTube because the class is going to be there. I'm going to share my screen so you can follow, take notes, and at the end do a practical mindfulness exercise. So come join us there on YouTube. You can click the link in my bio to join us live, or you can go to my YouTube channel at the Yogi Wonder, like here on Instagram, and join us live on YouTube. I'm just going to stay here for 5 minutes while I introduce myself, and then the class will go on YouTube. So for those of you who are on YouTube already, welcome. Let me know if the sound and the image are okay. Let me know if you are listening and seeing me well. So every Thursday we have these free mindfulness classes live on YouTube where we talk about mindfulness, meditation, yoga. So very practical classes, free classes. There's no replay though, because this is actually premium content that I could easily charge for. So there's no replay. You have to join me live. You have to be committed and join me live and practice together with us. You can also ask questions. So join us live. It seems like the image and the sound are okay. I'm just going to give a couple more minutes for those of you who are joining still. If you are already watching me on YouTube, say hi. Let me know who you are. And at the end, I'm going to answer to all your questions. So if you have questions during the class, make sure to type them on the chat, and at the end, I'll answer to all of them. And we'll also do a mindfulness exercise, a very quick but powerful mindfulness exercise. So you can leave the class already feeling more mindful and present. So if you are on Instagram, click the link in my bio to join my Telegram channel, where you get all the updates, all the links to these live classes, and also exclusive content and announcements. So make sure to join. If you are on YouTube, make sure to give a thumbs up so YouTube can deliver this class to more people. Share the link with someone you think needs to watch this, to learn about mindfulness, about implementing mindfulness into your daily life. So let's start. I'm going to share my screen with you here on YouTube. If you are on Instagram, you already know, come join us on YouTube so you can follow everything. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen now. And today's theme is mindfulness in daily life. Everyday mindfulness. So, but first, let me introduce myself for those of you who don't know me yet. So, my name is Wanda Mendonça. I'm Portuguese, born on an island of the Azores. So, I was born on a small island called Terceira. And since I was a little girl, I always dreamed about traveling the world, exploring the world, living in a big city. I'm from a small island, so I always wanted to live in a big city and travel the world. I studied journalism in college, and after finishing my bachelor's degree in journalism, I went back to my home island, found a job as a journalist and worked there for around 7 years as a journalist. But I wasn't happy. As I said, I always wanted to travel the world, and I was back in my small island in a job that wasn't perfect, and I wasn't feeling happy. I was feeling stuck in a place and a job that didn't fit my soul. And it was around this time that I found yoga, that I started practicing yoga, attending regular classes, and something started to change. I started my own journey of self-discovery, and a couple of years later, I finally summoned the courage to quit my job, to move to Lisbon again, complete a yoga teacher training, and then I became a full-time yoga teacher. So I went from being a journalist to being a full-time yoga teacher. So I worked in Portugal for a couple of years as a yoga teacher, and then in 2013 I decided again to change my life, to move from Lisbon to Zurich in Switzerland, where I live now, with my boyfriend, to follow my dream, to finally follow my dream of exploring the world, of living abroad and exploring the world. And after being in Switzerland for a couple of years, starting to travel more and more, I founded my project, the Yogi Wanderer, my travel and yoga website. And my mission on my website, on my platform, is to empower women to live their best, most authentic lives through travel and mindfulness, like I did. Okay, so now I'm going to turn off the live here on Instagram. If you are watching on Instagram, come join us on YouTube. The class is going to be very practical. So come join us, and I'll see you there. Bye-bye. So if you are on YouTube, bear with me. Just going to make sure I can see your comments here. Okay, we are all set up. We can go on. So today, as I said, we are going to talk about how you can start implementing mindfulness into your daily life. So mindfulness, we can practice mindfulness in two ways. We can have a formal practice and an informal practice. A formal practice is when you take some time of your day to sit and practice. When you practice yoga, meditation, when you do breathing exercises, mindfulness exercises, or even when you go on a retreat. So any time that you take some time of your day to formally practice. The informal practice, on the other hand, is when you implement mindfulness into your daily life. So in your daily routines, when you try to have a mindful mind in your daily routines, in everyday life. This is called everyday mindfulness. And ideally, you should try to combine both practices, both a formal practice and an informal practice, because this is when the magic happens. In the formal practice, we train our minds more intensively to focus and concentrate. And then in the informal practice, we are going to apply what we've learned during the formal practice into our daily lives. So when we both train our minds with the formal practice and then apply this state of mind, this awareness to our daily lives, this is when the magic happens. So let me check. Oh, yeah. This is when the magic happens. So this is when you start developing a state of awareness, being present. You become more present in your daily life when you both combine a formal and an informal practice. So everyday activities like washing the dishes, eating, walking, or showering, all daily activities are great opportunities to be mindful. And now I'm going to give you 8 strategies, 8 ways in which you can apply mindfulness into your daily life. So the first one is mindful eating. So eating is something we do every day. So it's a great opportunity to be mindful. It's one of the easiest and most enjoyable ways to practice mindfulness. Many times we eat without really being present, without paying attention to the food, without really enjoying what we are eating, without being mindful. Sometimes we are talking, or sometimes we are watching TV or reading, or even worse, in our phones. So sometimes we just end our meal and we didn't even notice what we were eating, we didn't really enjoy, and we didn't know when to stop because we were not being mindful. So mindful eating helps you also to create healthy habits. And how can you do this? So mindfulness in everyday life is all about using your five senses to pay attention to what is happening in the now, in the present moment. So when you are eating, what you do is use your five senses, not only the taste, but really your five senses to pay attention to the food and to the act of eating. So you pay attention to the color and the shape of your food. You pay attention to the smell of your food. You pay attention to the texture of your food inside your mouth, to the taste, of course, and any sounds the process of eating makes, your food makes inside your mouth, and the process of eating makes. So practicing mindful eating is very important. You can do it during every meal, or you can choose one meal per day to practice mindful eating. And it really helps you enjoy what you are eating even more and to create healthier habits. Let me know in the chat if you already practice mindful eating, if you are already doing this, or if this is new for you, and if you have any questions. And then we have mindful listening. Listening is another thing that we do, of course, every day, but most of the time we don't really pay attention to the sounds, to the noises around us. So taking a moment to pay close attention to the noises or sounds around you can be an effective way to bring your mind back to the present moment. So anytime you are feeling stressed out, anytime you are feeling a bit more anxious, or you are worried or with ruminating thoughts, you can pay attention to the noises or sounds around you to help you bring your mind, to help you anchor your mind and bring your mind to the present moment. And you don't really need anything to do this. You can just pay attention to the sounds around you. If you are in the office, to the sounds around you. If you are in the streets, the same thing. And sometimes we think that these noises and sounds are a bit annoying. But if you start paying attention to even to the noise around you, if you try to find patterns, it can actually become very relaxing. So instead of resisting the noises around you, instead of being annoyed because there is too much noise around you, if you embrace the sound, if you practice mindful listening, it can in fact become very relaxing. Another thing you can do is listen to music. So listening to music has been proven to have many benefits. So it stimulates positive emotions, it improves your mood, it relaxes you and calms you down. It can alleviate stress and even boost your immune system. So many studies have shown the benefits of listening to music. So anytime you are feeling stressed out, tired, and you need to relax and take a break, you can also put some relaxing music, some music that you enjoy, to help you bring your mind to the present moment, to alleviate stress. So just make sure that you don't because music has also the power to evoke memories from the past. And if these memories are negative, you will have the opposite effect. So for example, if you put a song that you associate with a breakup or something sad from your past, you are not going to relax, you are going to evoke these negative emotions. So try to choose a song that doesn't have any negative emotions associated with it. Try to choose a song that's uplifting and that will help you to relax. This is something that we already do in our daily life, even if we are not aware of it, but we already use music to relax, to make us feel better. So it's not something new, but you can start doing it with more intention from now on. And also listening to the sounds around you. Another thing you can do is also to pay attention to the sounds in your body. So you can close your eyes. You can do this also as an exercise. Anytime, anywhere, you can close your eyes and start paying attention to the sounds inside your body. It's also another great way to relax and bring your mind, your attention to the present moment. And then we have the third strategy, the third way to implement mindfulness into your daily life, which is mindful walking. And as you can see, all of these are things that we do on a daily basis. You don't have to go out of your way to practice mindfulness. You can just implement it in your daily life, in your already existing daily habits and routines. So walking, it's something that we do every day, all the time. Even if we are at home, just going from one room to the other room, you are walking. So you can practice this once per day or anytime you feel like doing it. So how do you practice mindful walking? When you are walking, don't just make it a way to go from point A to point B. Start paying attention to each step you take. Notice each step. Notice your feet. When your feet touch the ground, how does it feel? Notice how your arms move as you walk. Pay attention to your breathing as you walk. Pay attention to the rhythm of your breathing. Is it superficial? Is it not? So pay attention to your breathing, and you can also use again your five senses to observe your surroundings and to become aware of everything around you, become aware of your environment and your surroundings. So you can use your five senses to observe what's around you without labeling or judging anything that is around you. So for example, if you are taking a walk in the forest, you can use your eyes to look at the trees. You can feel the smell, any perfume in the air. You can feel the cool air, the air in your skin. But just look at things without labeling them, without trying to interpret or judge anything, just observing things as they are. Pay attention to the physical sensation of walking. And at the end, when you finish your walk or when you finish walking from point A to point B, take a moment to stay still and to pay attention to how it feels to be still, in opposition to walking. So if you need to clear your mind or calm down a negative emotion or thought, you can also add a simple exercise, which is counting your steps from 1 to 10 and then back down from 10 to 1 and repeat for as long as you need. So if you have some negative emotions in your mind, if you are caught up in negative emotions, if you have ruminating thoughts, use this strategy to calm you down even more, to bring your mind to the present moment. So counting from 1 to 10 and then back down from 10 to 1 and repeat as many times as you need. So let me know in the chat if you have questions until now, and then at the end I'll answer to all of them. So now we go to the fourth strategy, which is mindful driving. And this one I think it's very useful because I think this happens to all of us, to arrive somewhere, to be driving and arrive somewhere, and then suddenly we realize that we don't know how we got there. It's something that we do. It's something so automatic that we do that sometimes we are so caught up in our thoughts that we really don't pay attention to what we are doing. So I'm sure this has already happened to you if you drive on a daily basis. So, and when you drive, mindfully, you're less likely to cause an accident. So, or to get angry with traffic or other drivers. Because when you are not paying attention, of course, it gets a little more dangerous. And you also get more upset, more annoyed with traffic, with other drivers. So when you are driving mindfully, it helps you to be in the moment and to be present and calm. So while you are driving, you can use several strategies to bring your mind to what you are doing. You can pay attention to the sounds around you, to the sounds of the car, to the sounds inside the car, to the sounds outside the car. You can become intensely aware of what your eyes can see inside and outside the car. Again, you can pay attention to the landscape, to the scenery. You can pay attention to the interior of the car as well. And you can use your five senses again to pay attention to your environment, feeling any smell. You can listen to any sounds outside, looking at the scenery, using your five senses really to be present and driving mindfully. So the next one is mindful chores and routines. So everyday chores or self-care routines are also great opportunities to be mindful. If you're washing the dishes, for example, you can use your senses to pay attention to what you're doing. You can feel the warm water on your hands, feel the smell of the soap, listen to the water running, pay attention to the colors and patterns. So really enjoying the experience of washing the dishes. This can sound a little fun because who likes to wash the dishes? But instead of being lost in thought, instead of being in your mind, you can really try to enjoy every experience of your daily life, even your household chores. So, really enjoying the act of washing the dishes or doing anything else, any other chore is a great opportunity to be mindful, to pay attention to what you are doing. Also, your self care routines like taking a shower or brushing your teeth, you can use these activities to bring your mind to the present moment instead of being lost in thought. Really paying attention to when you are taking a shower, paying attention to the warm water on your body, how does it feel, how does you feel, instead of being lost in your thoughts the whole time. And of course, the more you practice all of this, the easier it will become. So, all of this is a practice, all of this is a process. The more you practice, the easier it will become, and the more benefits you will feel. And the sixth strategy I want to talk with you about are mindful arrivals. And this one is very important. It's very important to hold space for other people in your life. So when you say, think to yourself, when you say, how is it going to your coworkers, to your colleagues, to your friends or family members, or other people that you meet in your day, other people in your life, do you really listen to the answer? Do you really wait to listen to the answer? Or is it just something that you say without really caring about the answer, without really caring about the other person? Another thing that you can do is be mindful of your arrivals. When you get to work, for example, instead of already becoming stressed out because you are getting to work, really being mindful, setting an intention to your day, deciding that you will have a good day, setting an intention, being present with your coworkers, saying hello, really answering when you ask how are you doing. Also, when you get home, being mindful of the transition when you get home, being present if you are going home to a loved one, being present with this person, looking this person in the eyes, taking time to greet them and to really be with them. Also, when your loved ones arrive home, stopping what you're doing to greet them like you care, to greet them and to ask how they are feeling, how was their day. really looking people in the eyes and truly listening to what they are saying. So when you are having a conversation with someone, try really listening to the other person, looking this person in the eyes. Do not be distracted by the TV or your phone or thinking about something else. Also try not to just be there and thinking about what you are going to say next. Really listening to the other person. So it's important to practice truly being present with other people. This makes them feel seen and heard, and it improves your relationships because every all other people want from you is to be seen, to feel seen and heard. So this will really improve your relationships. So be there fully and hold space for other people in your life. And the seventh strategy are intentional acts of kindness. So usually we hear about practicing random acts of kindness, but I think intentional acts of kindness sounds much better, and the intentional part is very important to do these acts of kindness with intention. So like mindfulness itself, research shows that kindness is good for both your physical and emotional well-being. So when you are being kind, you are not only doing something good to the other for the other person, but you are also benefiting yourself as well. So kindness reduces stress, anxiety and depression and improves your relationships with yourself and with other people. So when you go about your day, offer a kind gesture or word to someone and notice what happens. Notice their reaction and what happens. So try today, when you finish this class, or tomorrow, try to practice an intentional act of kindness and notice what happens. How you feel, how it makes the other person feel, and how it changes your mood and how it changes your day. And also remember to practice being kind to yourself as well. So not only to other people, but practicing kindness to yourself as well. And the more you practice kindness, the better you will get at it. So, and the more you will feel the benefits of kindness. And finally, the eighth and last strategy is establishing a morning or a bedtime routine, or both if you wish to. So establishing a mindful morning and or bedtime routine is another great way to incorporate mindfulness into your daily life. Some ideas to start creating a mindful morning or bedtime routine are, for example, reading, meditating, going for a walk, spending time in nature, breath work, journaling, counting your blessings, listening to music, drinking tea, enjoying your breakfast mindfully. So, any kind of activity that helps you to bring your mind to the here and now, to the present moment, and to put you in the right state of mind. So, if it's a bedtime routine that helps you to relax and prepare yourself to sleep, if it's a morning routine that prepares you to the day, to be more to feel better, to feel more energy, to prepare for your day. And avoid checking your phone immediately after waking up or before going to bed. This is very important. Most of us do this just after we wake up. The first instinct is to watch our phones, to check our phones, or before going to bed. But it helps to try to avoid to do this. And also avoid being on social media or watching TV immediately after waking up or before going to bed. You'll sleep much better and you also feel much better during your day if you avoid doing this. So these were the 8 strategies that you can start implementing right now into your daily life. So you don't need any special equipments or audio files. You don't need to watch anything. you can just start implementing this into your existing daily routines, into your existing habits. And now we'll finish our class with a mindfulness exercise as usual. Let me know, in the meantime, let me know if you have any questions about what we've talked about. And we are going to do a mindfulness exercise that will help you also to implement mindfulness into your daily life. So this is called 5 senses exercise. And in this exercise, you'll notice things that you are experiencing through your 5 senses. So you can then, after practicing this exercise, you can then implement it, use it when you are walking or eating or listening. You can or driving. You can implement what you've done during this exercise. So do not judge anything that you are sensing during the exercise. Simply bring these things to your awareness. So right now, where you are, we are going to practice this exercise. So right now, wherever you are, you can do it. So start by noticing 5 things that you can see in your environment now. So look around you and try to notice 5 things. But try to pick things that are not obvious. So things that you are not normally aware of. Seeing 5 things in your environment now. I'll give you some time to notice these 5 things. And after noticing 5 things you can see, you are now going to notice 4 things that you can feel on your skin. Like, for example, the texture of your clothes, or the cool air, or the furniture. So 4 things you can feel on your skin. Without judging, without interpreting, just bringing your awareness to the experience of feeling these things on your skin. And now start noticing 3 things you can hear. This can be a car in the distance, the sounds of the AC, the song of a bird, or even a conversation. So 3 things you can hear right now. Just paying attention without judging or interpreting, without analyzing, just becoming aware of these sounds. And now start noticing 2 things you can smell. This can be the smell of a flower, of a restaurant nearby, of food being cooked, or a perfume someone is wearing, or even the smell of your own body. Notice two things you can smell. It doesn't necessarily need to be a pleasant smell, doesn't have to be, just two things you can smell. And finally, bring your awareness to one thing you can taste, like a drink that you are enjoying right now, a candy in your mouth, or simply the taste inside your mouth. Bring your awareness to one thing you can taste right now in this moment. And we finish this exercise, this 5 senses mindfulness exercise. Let me know in the chat how are you feeling right now after practicing this exercise. I find this exercise to be very helpful to bring our mind back to the present moment when we most need it. So as I said, you can use this exercise when you are walking or driving, so to help you bring your mind to the present moment whenever you are feeling more stressed out, more anxious, you can use this exercise. Let me know how do you feel now. And we end our class. So thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know in the chat. So this was our free class today. 8 easy strategies that you can use, that you can start implementing right now into your daily life. So mindful eating, mindful walking, driving, listening. So you can use, as you can see, you can use any activity of your daily life to practice mindfulness. It doesn't always need to be a meditation practice. It's beneficial. Ideally, you should also have a formal meditation practice, but you can also implement mindfulness into any activity of your daily life. So it's also a great way to be mindful and to be more present. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me check here. Remembering that every Thursday we have these free mindfulness classes live here on YouTube. Remember to subscribe to my channel so you can get the updates. Give this class a thumbs up if you liked it, if you found it useful. You can also send it to your friends. I will leave these live classes have no replay, so you have to join us live to really feel the energy of being live with us, of practicing live. But I will leave now just for a couple of hours for those of you who couldn't watch till the end or that are a bit late. I will leave it for a couple of hours and then it will become private, so you really need to be here or watch it afterwards. So this is just for committed people like you, because this is actually premium content that I could easily charge for, these free mindfulness classes. So to help you develop your own mindfulness practice, we also talk about meditation and yoga. So very practical classes, short but sweet. So I hope to see you next week as well. And till next time. Bye bye. Thank you.